So why am I laying on the floor today? I don't really know. I just thought I'd grab your attention. Let's give it an intro. What's up guys? So in today's video I'm going to show you guys how to add a station scene to a layout. I have this old station from my previous layout, which I will put a link here to that video of that previous switching layout. But I took the station off of it. I'm going to actually paint it because this is just a plastic kit, so I'm going to actually go back and paint it. But I'm going to add this, and this will represent the Asheville station. So I've got to raise this up to track level and also add a parking lot to the layout. So let's go ahead and get to that and make this look, you know, like a station scene. Alright, what you're going to do first is decide the placement of your building, well, the general placement, and then you're going to outline where to put the putty, which I use drywall joint compound for this, and just kind of outline where you want the compound, so that way when you put your building down it's kind of a general area. So now that I've outlined that already, let's go ahead and put our layer of joint compound down. To do my roads and my parking lots and stuff like this, I use the Proform Professional Formula Light joint compound they use for drywall. I get the light brand because it's very low on dust, and it's just, I don't know, it seems to work better than the regular brand of the non-light version. Now that you know what I use for this, I use a spatula, not a spatula, but I can't think of it at the current moment. But anyway, I use one of these, and that's what I use to spray it on. So let me go spray that on. I'll probably end up doing several layers of this just to keep it from cracking. So this will be the first layer. Now that our first layer is done, we're going to let that dry probably 2 days, and then we'll sand it down, put another layer on, and then sand that down again, and then we should start on our scene. Now the first layer is dry, we're just going to take the sanding block and sand out any of the really rough spots before we do the second layer. It just makes it a lot easier, and you have to use less putty the next round. So let me sand this down, and we'll get to putting the next layer down. As you can see, I added blue painter's tape over the track to protect it from getting putty on it with this layer. I also added the painter's tape because if you let the putty set up for a little bit and then remove the painter's tape while the putty's still wet, but let it set up just a little bit, you'll create like a raised platform sidewalk edge, and produces a really nice effect for raised platforms or sidewalks. So just a little hint there. Let it set up, remove it, and you'll have nice clean track when you're done. Alrighty, now that our second layer is down, we're going to let it dry for a few days, and this will be the end of part one. Part two, I'll be painting it and all that goodness, but once this layer dries, we're going to sand it down just like the last layer, and you've pretty much got your parking lot. Part two, I'll be doing painting it and probably starting on some of the scenery on it and putting the building down, which I'm going to put an interior in the building. Like always, comment below, hit like, subscribe, share my video amongst your friends, and at the end of this I'll put like a little subscribe to link, and the video that pops up in the left corner of that'll be a click to last week's video if you missed that. So later guys.